This was me over a year ago. So that was over a year ago, and this is me today, unfortunately. Hey everyone, so I took a day off of work today. I haven't been feeling that well all week. So I made myself a doctor appointment and I'm on my way there now. Hopefully everything's alright. Again, I'm just a little concerned, thinking, maybe it's either the stress from work or, maybe something's wrong. And good morning, everyone. This is day 2. I'm taking off to go to the lab to get more work done. Got my chest x-rayed yesterday, and I didn't like the news that I got back, so like I said, the doctor decided to do a bunch more labs. As I'm going to the lab this morning. Hopefully everything just ends up clearing out and it doesn't turn into anything bigger. Again, I'll just keep you guys updated, and thank you for all the support on everything, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye. And as you can see, those two people are two completely different people. So welcome to my weekly update. Again, I plan on doing weekly videos about different things. There's so many different things that I wanted to do my channel on, but mainly it's going to kind of be eclectic, like I said in the description. But I do plan on putting out videos every week, and hopefully as I put more and more out, they get better and better. But this week I definitely want to talk about something that I've been brewing about and thinking about working on. It's just like with my YouTube videos, I want to just do it. So instead of talking about it, really trying to be about it. And this week and going forward is fitness. And I've always called it, it's fat man fitness. I've always been a big guy, and I love martial arts. I kickboxed. I've done kung fu in the past. My dad, he taught Aikido. We did Kajikembo. Me and my son did Kajikembo together. Just love martial arts. A bunch of my friends, they started doing Tough Mudders, and they started doing, the Tough Mudder was my introductory to the obstacle course race, and I learned a lot through that and experienced a lot. Again, it was a great experience, something I did plan on doing. And I did a Tough Mudder first, then I signed up for a trifecta because if anybody knows anything about the Spartan races, they do 3 sized races. The race that was featured in the video was one I did, was the Beast, and it was a beast. It took me 10 hours to finish it. But I did finish through just hard work, motivation from the wife. I did my second race, which was a sprint. I did a sprint, but unfortunately due to my work schedule, I could not make my super, which would have completed my trifecta. So I have 2 out of the 3. And plans going forward, especially coming into 2016, is I plan on getting my trifecta. But obviously I can't do it in this state. Work has been stressful, to say the least. It's something I plan on getting through, and again, making it a thing of the past and just moving forward. So also moving forward, I want to work on the fitness thing. So I've always talked about like Fat Man Fitness. So you'll be seeing going forward in my weekly updates things I've done for the week to remain active. So I look forward to those. And then, of course, if you don't see anything on my weekly updates, leave comments down below. Hey, what are you doing? Encouraging words. Get out there, keep at it. So those are the things that I'll be posting. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, this past week I went to the doctor twice, and again, it wasn't a good feeling knowing that I wasn't as active and as I wanted to be, and got the test results back that I weren't happy with. So going forward, that's going to be my main focus. I love music. I love martial arts, as I've said. I love trying to learn new things every day and stuff like that. So those are also going to be stuff in my weekly posts. And again, just being consistent with it is what my whole deal is. Being consistent, putting out content that people may want to watch, but at least getting it out there once a week, and really trying to chase my passion, which my passion one day would to be able to make a movie. And I fell in love with movies and acting and directing and production in high school. And the whole production piece, it's always great to be in front of the camera, but it really takes a lot to put together something out of just somebody acting. So I fell in love with the whole production piece of it, because you get to quantify your work by seeing how much hard work you put into and how much effort you put into it, and your ideas and your creativity, and then watch it be projected up on the screen, small, big, whatever, on stage. It's just an amazing feeling. And then, of course, knowing that people actually enjoyed what you put together. So that's the ultimate payoff. And, of course, getting into film, getting your name out there, being big, obviously it comes with the money. And, money makes the world go round. So, yeah. But I've always tried to live on a motto of do what you love, and try to find a way to get paid for it. So if this leads to something bigger or not, it doesn't matter, because I do love it. Love taking the time out to think about different things to put on, camera, to different things to how would I have done this, how would I have done that, and really putting boots to the ground and making it happen. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that. So again, this is just my, I don't know what you'd want to call it, but it is my way of fulfilling that passion, that need, that hunger to produce something, to put something out there, and hopefully people enjoy it. And if they don't, at least, thank you for your time. But again, it's something for me to pursue. It is Sunday. It is hot where I live, but I'm pretty sure if you're, living in Texas or someplace that's hotter, like Florida, that's humid, then I'll probably not get any sympathy from you, and that's fine. So yeah, this is my week 1 update. So again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends. There's this guy that's on YouTube that just wants to put videos out, and yeah, a big supportive community, which I've seen in the YouTube community and in a lot of the social media communities. And so yeah, so I do like tech. So there's one of the things, I was reading a bunch of articles about the new tech, obviously things that came out this past week, the new iPhone 6s and iPhone 6s Plus. Those are going to be interesting phones to look at, because the way I feel it, the things that they've added have obviously in the past been added, or have the other Android phones have already had those features. But it's interesting to see what how they're going to affect iPhone users. So people who have had iPhone users, how are they going to feel about these new features? Do look forward to my lasting impressions video of the iPhone 6, which my wife has, and I'll be doing a video review on that soon. So stay tuned for that. And again, just because the new iPhone, Apple products have come out this past week. 2 other things that I had wrote down as far as tech goes. androidpay came out with the new Google wallet, and that is to, I'm sure, to combat Apple Pay. How do you guys feel about being able to pay with things on your phone? Either Apple or Android. Samsung's coming out with their Samsung Pay. But how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about being able to pay for things from your phone? Is it convenient? Do you guys have security questions or concerns about somebody taking your information while you're trying to pay? It's really funny though that we always talked about. I love sci-fi, so there's always been that discussion of having like credit sticks and things like that, and in any of your sci-fi movies, and you're like, oh wow, we actually are moving towards something of that nature. Being able to stand next to somebody, instead of pulling out a $20 bill, you can take your phone and pay them with it to their phone, like a credit stick. So anyway, leave your comments down below about Android Pay, or about basically NFC phone related payments. What are you guys' thoughts, concerns about that particular feature going to your phone, and if you would use it, why and why not? The other thing that I did read this past week about tech is the Sony Xperia Z5. Like, I love Sony products. Unfortunately, their phones weren't my favorite. The one thing I did love about them was the waterproofing of them. And unfortunately, with this particular article I read, it talked about, well, don't use your underwater advertised phone underwater. And it talked about the IP67 rating. I don't have a link because I read like 2 or 3 different articles and 2 or 3 different point of views on it. So just look it up. Sony Xperia Z5. It is a gorgeous phone. I love the way the phones look. The fact that they were, IP67, IP68 rated, which is, again, if you don't know what that means, it's waterproof, dustproof rating. And look it up. But it basically retracted everything that the Sony Xperia Z line has advertised for, and that's being a waterproof, let me use this in the pool type of phone. I thought that was pretty interesting how they retracted on that. So leave those comments. What is your thoughts if you own a Sony Xperia Z3 or Z4? I don't think the Z4 came to the States. I briefly had a Z3. Loved the way it looked. I just wasn't a fan of the UI. And for those who aren't phone people, a UI is a universal interface. It's the way that, yes, it's an Android phone, but Sony put a skin on top of it to make it more Sony. Samsung does the same thing with TouchWiz. LG has their skin. The HTCs, they have their skins on there. But the universal interface felt really dated, like I was using a really old phone, even though it had high-end specs and it was waterproof. So from that phone, I actually went to my LG G3, which I'll leave a link below for my lasting impressions of the LG G3. And then, of course, I went from LG G3 to a Samsung Note 5, my very first Samsung phone. So just kind of like where I am as far as tech. But getting back to the Sony Xperia Z news, don't use an underwater phone underwater. I thought it was the biggest selling point. Now they're retracting. So, what are your thoughts and views and concerns about that? This being my very first video, those are the only things I really want to talk about. Maybe in my next one, I'll talk about life and different things and different philosophies I view on. If that's something you may be interested in, I had a topic I want to talk about addiction. Put a comment, like, or whatever. I am going to be talking about a whole lot of different things on my channel. I always try to do something about tech. Mainstream music, I love, classic stuff. I listen to Coltrane a lot. I listen to a lot of old hip-hop, metal. Well, not really metal, but Marilyn Manson. So, yeah, I guess that's the only metal person I listen to. But stuff like the Crystal Method. I love Will Smith. Will Smith, if you watch, love your stuff. I would hope that would be awesome if you watched my videos. Anyway, some music, like I said, it'll be a bunch of different things. If anything, watching my channel, you will be able to get to know me a little bit more. I'll be able to, get to know you guys a lot more. And yeah, you know, just want to share different thoughts and ideas and philosophies and interests and things like that. Like I said, like, subscribe. This is the end of week 1. Thank you for watching, and look forward to some more updated content and hopefully, as time goes by, better videos. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. All right, bye.